Hi there everyone, it's Misty here. Welcome to my May 8th, 2019 update video. It's going to be hopefully quick and concise and succinct and all those words that are too big for me and they're $10 Scrabble words. But as I mentioned in my last video, if you missed it, I think I posted it last Thursday. I am not weighing in the rest of the month. I've been dealing with some severe edema and inflammation and just having a really hard go of things. It's just been a struggle with dealing with pain, etc. So I've decided to leave one stress off my plate, and that's worrying about whether or not I'm losing weight. Doesn't do me a damn bit of good to get on the scale if I am swollen and dealing with inflammation, etc. So when I talked to you guys on Thursday, I mentioned that I'd seen, a pain management doctor, I'd seen the back doctor, I'd seen my therapist, I'd seen my regular doctor, and I just kind of felt like things were like in a holding pattern. I also mentioned that I had received 2 prescription creams. I actually received those on Thursday, and I added a little bit of a voiceover that mentioned that I used them the night before. I'd bought a massager. My doctor has started me on Lasik. So Thursday evening, I sat down and used my massager, and I'll insert a picture here and I'll have it linked down below. It's worth the money. Let me tell you, it was like $57 US dollars, I think. And it was so good. I mean, it hurt like a motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie. And but it really, like, the heating and the massaging is exactly what I needed. So I started kind of where I've said like my buffalo hump is. That's where I started, and I kept it there. It's for about probably 15 minutes. And then I moved to my actual neck and shoulder area, and then I did it in my lumbar area. And like I said, it hurt so much. But after that, I had Rob rub in, it's a lidocaine. I will try to have a picture here and then put what they are in the description. I did have the words flash up on the screen, but I know not everybody, actually watches. Sometimes they just listen as they're going about their day. So I will leave those down below. They are prescription strength, so it's not something that you can buy over the counter. But if you can get your hands on them, hopefully it would give you some relief. I don't want to say it's definitely going to give you some relief because I don't know. But he put the Diclofenac, I believe that's what it's called, cream on, and the lidocaine cream on. And I had him do it like from my shoulders up to my neck, and then like my lumbar down to like my butt crack, my way lower back. And when I woke up on Friday, the difference was like night and day. And I might get a little teary-eyed about this because I've been in pain for months, and I finally got a little bit of a break. So I did the massage again on Friday, and when I woke up on Saturday, again, night and day difference. I just felt so much better. I mean, I would say it's probably 60% better than what it was before, and to me, that's damn good. I haven't done the massager since. I'm filming this, like I said, on Wednesday. Have I done the massager since then? I honestly can't remember. I think I was going to do it last night, but I was just so tired and went to bed. One thing that I've also been doing, which is helpful but also a detriment, is I've been taking Flexeril. Flexeril is a muscle relaxer. Somebody in the comments mentioned about my romids being inflamed or tight or something like that. And I think that's exactly what it was. I think I just had so much tightness in the muscles in my neck that it was just causing an issue. And I'm also dealing with the inflammation, etc. But when I spoke with the pharmacist at the compound pharmacy, she mentioned that most people got most of their relief and felt a significant difference with that anti-inflammation cream. And she is right. I mean, that's like a miracle worker. And it was like $10 each with my insurance. So good. And the massager is so good. Like I said, it hurts. I mean, it hurts. It's like a deep tissue massage, and there's a couple of settings, and you can do it faster, you can do it slower. Look at that cat. Kitty cat. Roxy! Roxy, what are you doing, Mamas? I didn't need an article to tell me that my cat knows her name. You're so crazy. You gotta sleep. Night night. It's a good day for sleeping. It's raining, storming. So anyway, like I said, that massager just, oh my gosh, it's heavy. That's the only issue I have with it. It's just so flippin' heavy. But it has like these arm things so you can like hold it on your neck. All I did was I just kind of set up against my headboard. You can't put a whole lot of pressure on it or it won't move. And I just sat back enough so that it would move, and I kept it on. Like I said, I did my shoulders and I did my neck and then I did my lower back. And Rob has been doing the cream every night, and honestly, I haven't felt like I've needed it during the day. I haven't been taking my Tramadol during the day. Unfortunately, like I said, I've been taking the Flexeril to kind of help relax that area, and a muscle relaxer, relaxing weakened muscles is kind of, you know, it's a catch-22 for me because it's absolutely helping my neck and my shoulder area. But at the same time, again, I have myasthenia gravis, which causes muscle weakness. And then I'm relaxing already weak muscles. And it's just like, Jesus, Mary, and Josephine. But I'm trying to power through. You know, make sure I'm still filming and card making and stuff for my other channel, because that's what brings me joy, which is my word of the year. And this is the time last year where things just kind of started going downhill. If you weren't with me then, I ended up in the hospital because I had some rectal bleeding. And then I turned 40, and then like 2 days after getting out of the hospital, I developed vertigo. I had vertigo for almost 2 months. And then I was just in this deep, dark depression. And then I started Farxiga like in September, and then October I ended up in ICU because of the Farxiga caused ketoacidosis, blah, 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 blah. So like I said, I think I mentioned in Thursday's video, I have managed my one goal for 2019 and so far, and that's just to stay alive. So I've managed to do that. And like I said, I can't even begin to say how much better I feel just from those two things. And what I noticed, I didn't start Lasik until Saturday. I wanted to make sure I didn't have anywhere to go because the last time I took Lasik was, I lived in Tulsa. So it had to be like 12 years ago, maybe 13 years ago. And I was a dumbass and started it the day of a conference. And I remember getting up and going to the restroom every 15 minutes. And it was like, holy Moses. But when I woke up on Saturday, I wasn't nearly as swollen as I had been. In fact, I just was barely swollen. So when I took the Lasik on Saturday, it really didn't have much to do. And I had been telling Rob, he's like, and because I talked to my doctor, but I kept telling Rob, I was like, I really think it's because something's out of whack. You know, like there's something pressing on something and it's causing me to have edema. And I think that's what it was. Once I massaged my lower back with that massager, the edema has started to go away. And today, my feet are basically back to normal. I'm going to insert a picture, and I know it's going to be hard for you to tell, but you can actually see the veins. You can see my ankle bone. In the picture I posted last week, it was just a big old balloon. So that, I feel so much better. I'm about back to normal. I shouldn't say I'm 100% normal because I can still see a little bit of water weight, like especially on my left foot, because my left foot, I have arthritis, and I think I've mentioned that before. And I have so much arthritis in my foot that the top, you know how your foot kind of goes down like this? This part of my foot has basically eroded on both of my feet. So you can like my veins and my bones, you can really, really see. And so there's still a little bit of swelling, but it's not so bad. So I've been taking Lasik and the potassium since Saturday, but I think I'm gonna stop probably after this weekend and see what happens. I have a 90-day supply, but I don't think I'm gonna need it for 90 days. I really don't. I could feel this front coming through. yesterday and some of today. So and it's mostly in the nerve pain in my side. It's not necessarily in my back, my neck and my back where it has been. So yeah, I mean, I'm just tickled pink at how much better I feel just from those two things. I still haven't gotten a call about my MRIs. I'm going to call them after I film this video and get it airdropped to my computer and see what the hell is going on with that. I still haven't gotten a referral for a neurosurgeon from my neurologist. I don't know if they are or if they're not. My regular doctor kept asking, who are they sending you to? And I kept saying, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I feel like a parrot. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. But I do see my neurologist on the 16th, which is what, next Thursday? And then I see their pain management doctor later that afternoon. So we'll see what happens. I do think that I'm okay though. I think, you know, if I can continue with the creams, I'll be all right. And like I told Rob last night at the dinner table, I was like, if the first pain doctor had just prescribed those, I probably wouldn't even have to deal with an epidural. And he was like, well, maybe they thought the epidural would last longer. I was like, well, it didn't for me. And I said, plus we had to pay for it out of pocket. I remember that. I don't think my insurance covered it. So yeah, it's like, I'd rather spend $20 on cream any day. I did use my lotion applicator. I mentioned that I got that, and I've used it a couple of times. It works just fine. The main problem is the lidocaine is like a thick gel. Like, it's thick. The Diclofenac solution is a thinner gel. And then I started taking the Diclofenac anti-inflammatory instead of my meloxicam. And the only problem with that is that I have to take it with food in the morning. So, and I can't eat for an hour after waking up and taking my morning pills. So that's been a little bit of a drag, and I hate to eat so quickly after I wake up, but it is what it is. Blood sugars have been a little wonky, and I think that's probably still having to do with the pain, but they are slowly coming down. But yeah, I mean, things are on the up and up over here. They're doing pretty okay. Like I said, I see the neurologist next week, and I guess we'll go from there as far as seeing if she's going to refer me to a neurosurgeon. And like I said, I don't need a referral to go. It would just be nice to, you know, to know who they know. I'm still considering reaching out to the Mayo Clinic. I haven't done it yet. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided. I mean, that's a long trip. That's far. But, you know, if we could get answers, it would be absolutely worth it. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I didn't get to go to therapy today because my therapist had a funeral. But I'm feeling all right emotionally. I mean, if anything, I feel like I'm in a much better mood. I just feel, it's just, if you've never lived with chronic pain or chronic illness, I don't know that you can relate. But when you are constantly hurting, it's hard to make it through your day. I mean, it's hard to it's not even wanting. You want to be able to do stuff, but your body is just like, we're not doing anything today. So, yeah, and to reward myself for getting, like, there are a couple of books that I want to start, but I'm like, you cannot start a new book until you do this, and this. And so, once I've done this, and this, and then I read a couple of chapters, and then I keep going. So, I just feel better mentally, etc. So as far as keto, I'm still doing, you know, carnivore, and going to keep going with that for now. I may change things up in the future if I can just get to a point where I have the inflammation and the edema under control, that I want to focus back on the weight loss. I feel like I've gained at least a size in water weight. I didn't weigh before and after. I'm just not getting on the scale. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know, because I will just become hyper focused on the number, and then, you know, just bury my face and you know, bowl of queso. So, and we don't want to do that. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for all your comments, etc. I do read them, and I listen to some of your advice. I do, I promise. As far, like I said, as far as going forward, I'm just going to keep going carnivore. To me, that's the easiest way for me to eat. It helps keep my blood sugars under control. It helps me keep, you know, my insulin at 100, and I don't have to take much more than that. But we'll see. I see the, almost a cardiologist. Nah, endocrinologist. Next month. That's it. Oh, I apologize for all the jerkiness last week. I didn't realize I was knocking the camera around. But yeah, so have a good weekend. Enjoy the weather wherever you are. It's time for softball playoffs. I'm excited about that. I need to check to see if the Stars won or lost last night. It was game 7 and I went to bed. So I've been really, really tired. Even though I'm finishing out my last week of Adipex, I've just been, and that's part of, I hate taking Flexeril. I hate taking Flexeril because it just, I feel like I'm got a hangover the next day and sleep all day. So anyway, off to get some stuff done. Have a fantastic week. I love you. I'll see you later. Bye.